Morning, can you guys hear me? I'm pretty sure I just blew out your ears. Sorry about that. All right, so the market has just been trending sideways. Nothing really happening. We had that sell-off right at open, and it recovered a bit of it, and we're just trading around the moving averages. So it's been chopping. I went to some trades this morning. I'm up $485, but I was also a little bit red on Friday. After I was up about $700 each account on Friday, then went a little bit red. I do the Magic 8 Ball. I was gonna shoot a video for that today, so if there's nothing to trade, we'll just go ahead and shoot a Magic 8 Ball video, and that's about it. That has been gaining traction, and people have been joining the group from it, so it's a good deal. It's different, and it's a little bit controversial, so I think it's a good concept. We'll try like 30 or 40 of those Magic 8 Ball videos and see if something catches on. That's what happened with I used to make politician videos, and I saw that Nancy Pelosi was trending, so I started making her videos. Ended up on TV. I was on Fox, CNBC, Bloomberg, everything. Wall Street Journal published it, so I think the Magic 8 Ball has potential as well. Or I could just do Nancy Pelosi, but then a little bit, you can get banned by doing that. So how's everyone's weekend? Let me just make sure the stream's going good. This account, I'm actually up $485. I went into a call pre-market, not a call, a long, and we hit. So I'm up $485 on each account. So it's about $2,000. I was red Friday. Friday I was actually up $600 each account. I got a little bit greedy and just a little bit bored. So I'm sitting at pretty much break even for these 4 50K accounts on Topstep. I think today's the last day for Topstep's. Let me check. Topstep's promotion. Just double check. Yeah, let's see. Well, it's still working today, so they might leave it. It's a great deal. Oh, they extended it to the 20th? Oh, that's smart. That's smart of them on a marketing move. Their platform's been okay for me. It's not like it for a free platform. It's just as good as Tradevate so far. Tradevate used to crash as well. Looks like we're gonna break down below. So we had that little sell off. We can draw a fib here from the top, run it to the bottoms. We're trading around the 50% fib. It looks like it's trying to reject, but honestly, it's not really telling me much. It's just saying that we're trading around VWAP. And when you're trading around VWAP, that means the market's just, they're agreeing on this price for now. I prefer it to either move aggressively to the downside or the upside. And after it makes one of these large moves, you want to wait until it retraces back a little bit, and that's where you want to go in. But since we're just trading evaluation accounts, we can probably scalp some of these small movements. Let's check Robinhood, actually. Anybody looking at the meme stocks lately? Oh man, it was up to almost 24,000 this morning. You guys see this? We have some AMC call options. I actually bought it right at open. Not at right at open, but a little bit after. I saw some tweets. I have some NEO still. I haven't sold any of it. These all don't expire till September. This one's in January 2025. They're all up. I could just close them, collect my 500, about 700 bucks in calls. Then I just have some shares that we bought a long time ago. Year to date, $15,000. I don't want to sell these off. I just had these shares in here and they sort of grew, and I don't want to sell them because then we're gonna have to pay pretty heavy taxes on it. So I'm just selling options on it and just holding on to the shares. It's whatever. Bug, are you an AMC? Man, it looks like we should go short. We're heading down to the lows. Let me load up some other charts. Log on in. Yeah, we're trading right between the overnight highs and the lows. I've been using Tradevate for my chart lately. Trying to design an indicator for myself that has all the indicators I use, and you guys could just load it up on your chart. It's a one and done. These seem to work pretty well. This yellow line is going to be a pivot point. We're heading down to it. We're going to head down to the overnight lows. Overnight lows is at 18,228 on NQ. Looking at a 15-minute chart. I'm actually gonna just leave this up here. Look at that. Actually, look at this. You see where we bounced? 18,258. That's exactly where this pivot point is sitting. So I really like these indicators. This is the Tiki. Let me see. We're at the pivots. It's just pivots, something. I don't remember how I came across it, but I've been watching it lately and it's been working really well. This yellow line, I have it, this pretty much means the market's average is right there. Then we have a little support zones right here at 18,169 and 18,099. Then another pivot at 18,328 to the upside. It's going to be resistance. If we pass above it, we're going to head up to the next pivot up top. Right now we're just sitting right in the middle, so not too telling. We bounced right on that 18th, the 258 area. What's the name? I think it's Tiki Tools. Let's see. No. Honestly, I can't remember. Go to community indicators. Let's type in pivots. No. It might be Tiki. Tiki opening range. No. I'll figure it out, and I can post it in the Discord group once I... It's not that. Because it just says price levels. Donovan Ward price levels. Okay, right here. Donovan Ward. You go to indicators, explore community indicators. Oh, value area levels. Damn. Let me post that in the Discord for y'all. All right, so we went right to that little low area. It's gonna be the yellow line on Tradevate actually, and that's like an exact bounce. And that would have been perfect to just have your order sitting there and just getting filled really quick. RSI indicating calls. Can you do a magic 8 ball for you? Should you go calls? We're gonna be a little bit late. It's stuck in the middle. You may rely on it. I can't show the camera but it says you may rely on it. Go ahead, go calls. We're actually breaking above the 9. We're gonna come back and back test the 9 EMA, which is this green line. Pretty much right here. I would set a pretty tight stop loss though, because we're in like a short-term downtrend. We could go up. Overall, if you zoom out, we went down sideways, down a little bit more, and now we're just sort of eating that back up real quick. Nothing too crazy. We just sort of range bound today. Five-minute chart. We just stuck between 310 and about 270, about a 40-point range. 50 point. Nothing too crazy. We're testing the 9 on a 1-minute chart. A little bit of consolidation. All right, if y'all could you go ahead and press the like button on the stream for me? YouTube will stop recommending it, and I changed the thumbnail on the video. I saw this other creator, he changed his thumbnail as well, and it's helped him out a lot. Let me load up the TikTok live. Oh, here, Hema, are you hero? Hold on, I have to scan a QR code. Getting a little bit of volatility here at the 9. So if they can't keep it above it, we're going to head on down a little bit. Magic 8 ball might be wrong on this. But they're fighting for this little level. As far as what's going on a longer time frame, not much is going on. We have this little pivot down here at 18,258. Overnight lows are sitting down here. We're actually just trading right between the highs and the lows. We're right in the middle. So I have the highs here at 18,336 and the lows at 18,228, and we're just right in the middle. Just means the market's balanced, pretty much. second. So in the chat room, are y'all red or green today? May 13th at source. I think that's good. Good to go live. All right, still just consolidating here around the 9, building a little bit of structure actually. I think we might pop up and head up to these 3 averages up here. It's going to be VWAP, the 50, and the 200. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, it's actually looking good. Possibly a long with a tight stop loss here. I can do that. Let's go and set our stop loss at about 100. See if I can get a fill here right at the 9 EMA. We're gonna keep it a little bit tight because we did have that red sell-off candle right here. And the sellers could just be tricking us into a little trap. Not getting filled from me. It's wicking right to it. There we go. I'm gonna move my stop loss immediately to just negative 100 bucks. We're still up about 500 on the day. I don't want to give it all back. We'll let it play out. Let's see. We're bouncing off the 9. We have a tight stop loss because we could just get wicked out. We had that large red candle before about 5-10 minutes ago. So those people could just be waiting to sell on us. Looking okay. On the longer time frame, we bounced off the pivot point at 258. We have VWAP sitting right above us. Worth a shot, right? Gonna move our stop loss. We're just gonna risk about 80 bucks. We're already green on the day. I'm actually up $483. So if we lose this trade, we'll just go down to 400 and still be green. And that's across 4 accounts, so about 1,600 bucks on the day. Still just trading right around our entry point. That's what the stock market seems to just do that, you know? Your entry just becomes a resistance. You install the pivots, but they're not showing. You could try refreshing the chart and then check this trade. When you click on price levels, yeah, it just shows on mine. Actually, that might be, this might be a different indicator. That might be the wrong one. I'll have to take a look some more. I need to mess with my settings or take a look at it a little bit. Cumulative delta pivots. Yeah, it's actually this pivots, which is made by built-in pivot points. Oh, it might just be pivot points that are built in to Tradevate already. Well, did we get stopped out of that trade? Looks like we did. Still just hanging out around this area. I don't think it's a really tradable area. We're just hanging around the 9 for now. Nothing crazy. Yeah, the charts, it might just be pivots whenever you search indicators. So you go here, indicators. Let's see, let's search pivots. Yeah, it might just be pivots. So go ahead and try that. Well, luckily I had a pretty tight stop loss on that. So risk management was good. Entry was okay. Chris says QQQ is 3 cents away from completely closing on the RTH gap. RTH gap, the overnight gaps. Yeah, let me load up QQQ. Actually, I don't really need to. Just chopping around that area, it hit my stop and we went back up. All right, still getting rejection here. Overall, there's not much movement. Just sort of moving to the right. Load up the Hakens just to see the momentum. And 3-minute charts, looks like we're just wedging down a little bit. I don't really like this candle right here where they hit everyone's stop losses. But that candle reached right down to the 18,258. Was that exactly? 252 is the low. Oh, 258.75. Yeah, they did it 2 ticks above that pivot point. If we come back down below it, we might break through it. I wish I could show it on this chart. Let me check. No, Topstep doesn't have that yet, the pivots. So for now, we're just gonna have to use 2 charts. Luckily, I have a really big monitor. And the other businesses are doing pretty good today. 358 on one. $22 on another one, that's nothing. $76 on another coming in. Woke up this morning to $500. Business number 4, $66, $566. Should hit 1,000. Okay, so it looks like we're heading back up to the 9. If we can break above this, it looks like we may work up to VWAP. just for funsies. This is not financial advice. I don't recommend you guys going into this trade. I'm going to set a limit buy here at 18,282. We can get a little bit of rejection. Maybe we can get a good entry. If we don't get rejection and we just shoot up to the VWAP, then it's okay. I'll just take the trade off. There we go, a little bit of rejection. I'm in, and just like last trade, since we are just sort of trading sideways, this might be a quick one. I'm gonna set my stop loss at -110. Nothing too crazy. Don't really have a trend going on. We have just a move to the right type of day. This candle right here is a little bit worrisome, but that might have just been stop loss hunting because we did just move right down to that pivot. We're heading up to the 9 EMA. 9 EMA is going to be right here. These arrows are a little weird. 9 EMA, if we can break above this, should get a nice big green candle. The buyer should start stepping in and just work us up to the VWAP. Trade's up to 80 bucks. Trade position's gonna be right here. I like these little arrows. Up about 85 bucks. Stop loss is gonna be here. I'm gonna move the stop loss up. Still just coming down back to my entry level. I'm gonna move my stop loss down. We'll give it some room to breathe. I'm okay losing $100 on this trade, so we'll move it back down. Usually people, if you're just scalping, you just take profit whenever you see it. OpenAI, oh, ChatGPT. Aren't they like combining or partnering with Microsoft or something? Maybe some Microsoft news. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of time. Maybe we can close above the 9 EMA. We got a little bit of rejection there. Moved up and then it rejected to the downside, but we'll let this candle close and see. Is that helpful, guys? If it is, can you type yes for me? And how do I do a poll? Alright, red, green today. Up $85. We need this candle to close above the 9 EMA. But we aren't, we're just opening the next candle right on the 9, so not too much going on. I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even because we've been in this trade a little bit too long. I usually just put it at positive $5 so I can just get my money back for the commissions. We're up 100 bucks, 105, so the trade is good. I think the lawn mowing people are about to start up. Man, I mowed a racetrack in our backyard. We have an acre of land back there. They're gonna mess up my racetrack. RSI never lets you down, yeah. Yeah, if the indicator works for you, stick with it. There's no need to just keep jumping to different strategies and all that when you have something that's working. If it's not working, it's okay to switch strategies. But yeah, I've always kept it pretty simple. I don't need thousands of indicators. I do take a look at them, and if they all agree and point one direction, we'll go ahead and go that direction. But overall, I like just trading price action. And we're just in and out of trades anyway, so. We're heading up to the 50 MA. If we test a 50, we need a nice clean break above this area. Head above the 50, and we should break above the VWAP and the 200 pretty quickly. You'll probably see a nice big green candle that comes up to the highs. Yeah, we would just have to break up the previous highs right here, and then we can head up to this morning's high days. Looks like we put in a higher low as well. Hit some stop losses, so I do like it to the long side. I wouldn't get in right now since I've already taken profit on that last trade. If we can get a little rejection here, I'm gonna put a limit buy possibly around 287.75. Just sitting right at the 90 MA. If we get a little bit of rejection at VWAP, usually a lot of volume comes in and it'll push us down, and hopefully I can get a fill on it. I don't want to chase it, because if they push us down, I'll get stopped out pretty quickly. It's happened to me a lot of times. And it's also just taken off on me as well. Heading to VWAP. I don't use volume. No. Sometimes I'll load it up on the bottom of my charts. I have it on my indicators ready. I need to get rid of these grid lines. It's actually bugging me. Remove indicators, hide marks, settings. None. There. Much cleaner. Yeah, so I used to have volume loaded up. So we're at VWAP. If we can get a nice red rejection candle, I'm actually going to move my entry to right where the 50 MA is. A lot of people do cut their positions right at VWAP, and that's where you can get an entry, and hopefully it just curls back up and we can get a nice little move to the upside. It's looking pretty strong, so I probably won't get filled on this, which is okay with me too. I don't really need to be in the trade all the time. Rejection. Need a larger rejection down here for me. Nope. They're buying it back up. Well, I was being a little too safe, and that's just part of trading. That's what happens. Might take the order off if we don't get filled. Wise Guys on TikTok says AMC and GameStop are starting to go crazy again. Let's take a look. So I saw a tweet about it, so I picked up some on the Robinhood account. If you're trading AMC and GME, it's just better to trade it on a Robinhood, right? So we have the account sitting at about 24K. Have a couple just random call options. AMC, well, look at that. $200 this morning. I picked up the AMC $4 call that expires on 9-20. And I only did 6 of them. I was going to do 10 because we do have some buying power just sitting in there. In this buying power, I got, how much do we have left? $1,400. And I should have just did all 2,000. I had $2,000 that I just made from selling some options on this DJT stock. And then I bought some Tesla, made some money on that. We just have some cash sitting there. I should have just full ported that into, or just whatever was there, I should have just put it into AMC. Hey, look at this. Yeah, that's my AMC position. That's just a trade I'm not going to really worry about. I'm not going to micromanage that. All right, I got a little bit of an entry there. Man, that's a bad entry. I had it set right at the 50 and I moved it up a little bit. But I'm in a long right here, hoping that we get a bounce. We got a rejection at the 50 rejection, and we moved a little too quickly down to the, a VWAP rejection. We moved a little too quickly down to the MA 50. So we'll see what happens. That entry, I would rate that probably like a 5 out of 10. But I'm setting my stop loss really tight, right below the MA 50. So what is that, $35 risk? Not too bad. Look at that. And I'm just playing like this momentum shift. It's shifting to the upside. We may break above VWAP right here. If we get a break above VWAP, this trade might hit like $200. The trade's good. We're up $100. Do y'all like that? Y'all like that thought process on that entry? I know I got a little sidetracked on Robinhood, but I had the trade open and it looks like we filled. You know, that would have been a perfect entry. I had it down here, but I'm not gonna argue 25, 30 bucks difference. I'm gonna set my trade to take $20 profit. So the worst thing that can happen is I just make 20 bucks. And it's also, there's a lot more risk when you're trying to play a VWAP breakout. So even if I get stopped out of this trade at 20 bucks profit, I'll be happy. At least I get that opportunity. Yeah, there we go. I get the opportunity to play a potential VWAP break with no risk. Roaring tweeted again. Yeah, that if you're trading AMC and GameStop, it's just, you're just playing off of just gambling. It's just gambling. Going straight to 300 on AMC. Oh, on GameStop. Let's look at it. I'm out of that trade, so man, is anyone holding along right now? If we break above VWAP, you're gonna see a large green candle. We should break these highs right here at 308 and head up to the morning highs, pre-market highs. What's it? GME. GameStop hit 36 bucks earlier. All right. Magic 8 Ball. Should I buy $200 in GameStop options? Outlook is good. It says Outlook good. Why not, right? I have 1,400 bucks I just made off premiums. I'm gonna go next week's call. Oh my goodness, everything's so expensive. I don't want to spend 700 bucks on a call. Okay, so the implied volatility is pretty high on this. What's the IV sitting at? 576% IV. I'm not gonna mess with that. Let's check AMC's IV. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. Hey, look at this AMC. I am up today's return 36%. 240 bucks. What can I do? Let's think about this. Thinking about selling a call to hedge this position, like a poor man's covered call. Let's not get too complicated. I don't want a ton of stuff on this account. Oh wait, buy AMC call. Next week's, screw it. I'll buy $87 worth. Magic 8 Ball told me to, okay? I'm buying next week's May 24th, $4 AMC call for just whatever the market price is, I don't care. 85 bucks. We're in one contract on that. You notice I'm being pretty conservative. There is 1,400 buying power. I'm not going all in. All right, back to NQ. We broke above VWAP, large green candle. So we said if we break above VWAP, we should head to the previous highs from about 30 minutes ago. If we could break this high level, our next is going to be 18,336. Getting a little bit of a consolidation at VWAP. Since I've done 2 good trades, I'm gonna go ahead and set an order here. I missed the 9 EMA entry. We can wick down and get a fill. I'm just gonna set my stop loss to 100 bucks. We just made 200 bucks on the last two. There we go. We're in at the 9, setting my stop loss at negative 75 bucks, pretty much right between the 9 and the 50 EMA. So I still have this chance to play this VWAP push. See if we can get a push up. So far, we've been predicting direction pretty well, right? There we go. So as far as our intuition, the market intuition, I've been on point lately. So it's a good day for me I should be trading a little bit larger, but might do a little bit later. Need some food first. Intuition is on point. Entries are probably like a 7 out of 10. My exits have been decent today too. So it's a good day, right? AMC is making me some money. Actually, that one I just bought, it's only up $1. I was down $1. The other one is up 240 bucks. DJT, I think, is a meme stock. I'm up 400 on the 2 calls. Neo is just sitting at about 300 bucks profit. Not too bad for little meme stocks. As far as NQ, we're looking good. I'm on fire right now. As far as my trade sizing, my sizing has not been that good. I'm only doing 1 contract, so I should be doing 2 or 3. Moving the stop loss to a $20 profit, right? So the worst that can happen is we make 20 bucks on this trade. So 0 risk. I like just removing the risk out of every trade. That way you're not just sitting here just being stressed out and just sweating in your chair all day. All right, so have y'all enjoyed the stream? I'm sort of just rambling right now. And my monitor, my top monitor just shut off. There it goes, came back on. I think I have like a loose wire. I installed this little desk riser to raise up my computer desk. But the limit on the desk riser is 150 pounds. And my desk weighs probably about 500-600 pounds. Actually, no, it probably weighs like 350. It's a big old slab of maple wood. Moving my stop to just take profit at $45. Trade is good. We're sitting above the MA200. It's testing, it's trying to break above it. If we can break above, we'll move to the previous highs. It's sitting at 18,308 right here. We can break above 18,308. It's clear skies all the way up to right here, the pre-market highs, 18,336. Okay. It's not going to be instant, but we could just start trending upwards towards it, or we could just break down below. Overall on today, we're just right now, the past 2 hours, just going sideways. So we got to keep that in mind as well. We're just talking theory here. Luckily, we're in a trade that's risk-free. May get stopped out here. I could take profit at 100 bucks, but I'm okay just letting it breathe a little bit, not too much, and just taking profit at $55 if needed. Is that helpful, guys? And then my bottom monitor just shut off. There we go. Okay, so I have a power issue going on for sure. Do I like the 9 EMA entry? Yeah. As long as we're just trending above the 9, entry on it is okay until it breaks down below, then it's not okay anymore. GameStop is starting to rip. Is anyone else in AMC or GameStop? Man, I picked the wrong one. I'm in AMC. It's not doing nothing. GameStop sitting at 30 bucks. The high earlier today was $36. But the implied volatility is way too much on it. So I'm just doing AMC. Let's look at the volatility on the contracts. So you're gonna be paying, I'm overpaying by $400 or 400% as well. AMC's ripping. This Robinhood chart sucks. So, oh yeah, we're moving. Where's my total? AMC $4 call. I'm up $2 profit. I definitely overpaid. All right, the market is also looking to push up. We're coming back down to test the 90 MA, so I'm gonna go ahead and take profit. If we come down to 80 bucks, I'm gonna take profit. I had a chance to make about $200 earlier, but I don't expect to be perfect and have perfect exits. At least I'm giving this trade another chance to move in my direction. If it doesn't, then it's okay too. It's still a good trade. It's a really nice trade to be in. Like my total risk at first was like what, $45. Looking good still though. That was a large red candle, but they're eating it right back up. Here we go. We're up $200 on a trade. Since we're up to that $200 point, I'm gonna set my take profit at $125. We're trying to break above that previous red candle wick, and it's moving pretty well now. We had a really good entry. I've been entering since we rejected here. So first entry on the trade is pretty much like right there. I guess I could show my trades. Let me see if I can figure it out. We'll do it later. But we entered around the 50 MA. We have rejected VWAP. Headed down to the 50 MA. We had some entries here. I took profit right at VWAP or a little bit early. And then our next entry was, I think it was on this second red candle or this red candle. As we rejected down, I was like, hey, let's get in. And it's looking good. Yeah, you can see this entry right here is right at that red candle. We caught the bottom for calls. Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, I got out of this trade. We're up 574 bucks on the day. That's across 4 accounts. So let's see, what's that come out to? 2,000. 574. $2,296. Alright, thanks for tuning in. 574, I think if I would have just had perfect exits, we would have made a lot more money. As far as entry now, I don't see anything crazy. Had some volatility come in. We could just come back down to the 50 MA. So if we come back down to here, I'll get back in. I'm not gonna rush it. I'd be looking at the 50 MA because by the time we come back down, the 50 MA should be moving its way up and we should cross over VWAP with the 50. VWAP would just sit right there. If we can enter here where the arrow is pointing, if we enter somewhere around here, that'd be a really good entry. Let me change the picture on TikTok. AMC to the moon. Wait, let's do GameStop. I think this will get a lot of attention. Delete this picture. It's funny. Alright, I need to crop it somehow. Damn, I think we're gonna get more people stopping by. We're not even looking at GameStop. They're gonna think we're looking at GameStop, but we're looking at NQ. Alright, we're bouncing off VWAP right here. Looks good for possible entry with a tight stop loss. Luckily, our past 2 entries, the stop loss has been really tight. So that's a decent entry. A better entry would be at the 50 MA. But right here at VWAP is decent. And then we have the 50 MA entry, which I would like a little bit better. But a VWAP entry would be decent too. AMC's ripping. Yes, let's check it. Man, you're making me check my AMC too much. I didn't want to check it. Okay. AMC calls. We're up 50%. $330. Our other one is up 12 bucks. On the day, I'm up 2,200 bucks. Oh, that's between everything. So AMC position. Let me move that around. I'm in the 920. September 20th. What strike am I? $4 call option on AMC, okay? Let me leave this right there for y'all. Your position, we're worth the 930 bucks. Simulate my returns. Okay, if AMC hits... How do I do this? We need it to hit about... I need to make $2,000. We needed to hit about $8 today on AMC. I don't think that's correct. It's going to be more than 2,000 bucks because they're not considering the IV increase as well, and just the power of the apes. AMC's going to hit 10 bucks minimum. All right, so we broke down below VWAP. We're talking about this entry not being the best entry. A 50 MA would be decent. Entry right here, I would set a really tight stop as well in case we just waterfall down. Actually, that's a stop loss hunt right there. Break down below VWAP. You see that large, this thin red candle? Ate it right back up. And look at me just sitting here as Mr. Cheapo trying to get it down at the bottom. All right, I'll leave AMC up here. And actually, let me put a chart of AMC on TikTok for y'all. All right, we had some movement. Looks like we're getting some selling coming in, but we're fighting for the 9 EMA. Actually, it's closing above it. May just chop right here. A little bit of chopping. I don't really like entry until we get to the 50 MA down here. Pretty much where this blue arrow is pointing. On the longer time frames, let's see. If we zoom out, 5-minute chart. On the day, we sold off. We went back up, ate it up, and now we're just chopping. Tried to sell off again, hit this yellow pivot point, and we're just sort of trading right around VWAP. AMC is a distraction from GameStop. That's fine, yeah. Let's not try to analyze what's gonna happen and predict it too much, all right? It's nice making money on it. I'm up 300 bucks on AMC. I might just take the money. If we get to 100% on the contracts, I'll go ahead and sell half of them and get my money back. And then we got risk-free trade on those options. Honestly, that's the way you should do it. All right, we came back down to VWAP again. Bounced off VWAP, headed straight above the 9 on one candle. That was a nice little push. Bouncing off the 9. It looks like longs are the way to go. Robinhood account is killing it. We're at $24,000 on that. Abel sees a bull flag. Yeah. Still just chopping around the 9. Sitting right between the overnight highs, overnight lows. These two pivot points right here. We should work up to this 18,328 area. Possibly. On the NASDAQ, I'm using the one minute time frame. You see right here, it has a little number 1. My arrow's pointing at it. It's like that a little transparent number. There we go, NQ1. Every now and then I'll switch to like a 5-minute. Or I'll switch to this. This is on a 5-minute chart of the NASDAQ. Might switch to a 15-minute. Actually, I think just 5-minute for now. As the day goes on, maybe around 1, 2 o'clock, I'll switch out and zoom out a little bit further. As far as the type of trading we're doing, 1 minute to 5-minute time frames, perfect. Is that helpful? As far as that little AMC GameStop thing on the bottom of your screen, that's just to get TikTokers to stop and watch the video. If you want a larger, if you want to see my full screen, you can go to the YouTube channel. Go ahead and go to my bio link and you'll see my YouTube link up top. Trading around VWAP, we did a VWAP bounce. Honestly, if you want to do a risky entry, yeah, you do it on this little candle test. So they're testing this bounce. So entry probably right around here. We should wick down below the 9. Get an entry. There we go. That's the wick below the 9. I bet people are entering here at 297.50 to play for the move to the upside. Do I want to do it? Man, I don't want to give it back. I did the same thing Friday. I was up about 600 bucks and then I ended up negative like 400 bucks. But we made it all back up. That's my issue too, is just over trading or just getting bored and then trading in the evening or late in the day. Who knows, it might happen again. But across 4 accounts, we're up almost 1,200 bucks. Looking at the Robinhood account. Looks like AMC might be moving. I need to load up the actual stock. We're at 4.27. I'm getting text messages. So that entry would have been an A+ entry. As far as scalping is involved, we're talking about this a large green candle. So let me zoom in. Just on a short-term thinking, we saw this large green candle, right? We got a rejection candle come in the next one. Where you want to enter is pretty much a little bit right at halfway of this green candle. So a halfway point. My entry was actually right here at the bottom of this wick, and then we had a large green candle come in next. And now they're just sort of pushing it back down and hitting stop losses and all that. But if you're scalping, that would have been a nice, what, 298, 301. That's only like a 3-point move. So I may go long. If we come in around the MA50, we'd have to break down below VWAP, head down to MA50. I do see it curling up a little bit. Doesn't mean that it has to push up, but the 50 MA should curl up to here. VWAP's just been pretty stagnant lately. Pretty much just waiting. Yeah, I can see where you're getting the bull flag from. VWAP is providing support, so it had a nice move upwards. We caught that move upwards, did we? No, we caught VWAP trade. Yeah, VWAP's acting as support and it's creating some sort of little bull flag pattern. Still consolidating, nothing happening. Trying to push up. Oh yeah, that's a nice move. Oh, it's a nice candle. We have the 50 MA about to cross the VWAP here in about 5 or 10 more minutes. Next targets are going to be around 18,328 and 18,336. So 18,328. Oh wow, that's a large move. Yeah, we could fire upwards. Pretty much just fills this morning dump. End the day, pretty much break even on the NASDAQ. All right. Well, I'm not in this trade. So in the chat room, can you go ahead and write if you learned anything or if any of this has been helpful for y'all? All you have to do is type the word yes in the chat room. What is AMC doing? All right, we're curling up, little cup and handle here. Should take off. Cool, yes, we got a couple yeses on TikTok. Yes, you the best, thanks. Yeah, feel free to ask questions. I feel like I'm just sitting here talking to myself in a room. Bouncing off the 9. If you're scalping, man, that would have been nice. Little 9 EMA bounce right here. If we just keep riding the 9 to the upside, it's going to be a nice uptrend here. Do another Magic 8-ball. Let me switch to my actual Magic 8-ball account. This account is up. Magic 8-ball made a trade earlier and it's up 264 bucks. So I was just gonna leave it like that, but man, I don't want it to go red. Let's see if we come down to VWAP and then we'll ask it. As far as for Abel, I can ask for you. Should Abel go long on this trade? Will this go up fast? It could. Magic 8-ball says, no, you shouldn't go long. We'll wait then. We'll wait. Oh, I need to change this stuff right here. Where's my streaming software? There it is. It says account number 1 is whatever. How do I change it? Text. Ball account. We're up 264. And what is this? The 50K times 4 accounts. It goes 570. 574 times 4,000, like $2,000. Let's just say $2,100. Confusing. You asked if it'll go fast, and then 8-ball didn't do my question. Oh, Magic 8-ball, should we do calls? Yes. It just says yes. You know, I'm not superstitious, but man, I should have went long on the Magic 8-ball account. We're heading up to the previous highs. Let's see. About 311. Check on here. We have our next target. It's going to be 18,328, which is sort of a stretch. I'm sure there's going to be a couple other things hitting it before then, but target's going to be right around there. If we get the nice little push that the 8-ball is thinking. This Magic 8-ball has been like, it's been a pretty good trader lately. I think it's going to get funded. Maybe 10 more days of this. If we just keep making about $200-300 on the 8-ball, it'll be funded. And I'll post a video of it. I did one trade this morning, hit $200. 8-ball says he'd buy GameStop and AMC. It did, so we bought that call. All right. 8-ball, is GameStop a good trade right now? Should I buy GameStop? Outlook good. Every time we ask about GameStop, 2 times now, it says yes. Telling you, you don't need all these Twitters and these indicators. You just need this little $10 ball off Amazon. It's been right ever since I was a kid, about 25 years ago. 8-ball has never been wrong when I used to ask it questions. You're getting one? Yeah. It's good to have a second opinion, no? I always have the second opinion sitting right beside me. Someone smarter than me. Just bounce ideas off of. But yeah, the 8-ball videos on social media has been doing good. So we're gonna have a lot more of it. It's just for fun. And it's something different, and people are like, what the heck? It'll get them to comment. Could be bad comments on it, could be good comments, but that's just how short videos go, right? A lot of people take it too seriously, and they're like, hey, are you really doing that with an 8-ball? Which I am, but it's just on an evaluation account. If it gets funded, I'm going to be doing it on a funded account. Just think about how wild that'd be. Let's say the #1 trader on Topstep becomes this magic 8-ball. You know how crazy that's going to be? I'd be on the news. I'd be on Bloomberg, or probably just trading in the pits, just holding this little 8-ball in the pits, just trading with it for Goldman Sachs or something. Roaring Kitty likes the stock. Yeah. That guy did great for himself. Like, he used social media to pretty much influence people to trade. All right, this looks good to break above. Just got to be careful. Maybe there is a lot of demand here. Looks like this 18,310 area is going to be something to watch for. 310 to 315. Yeah, just somewhere around here. 18,310, 18,312. We've been getting rejection there. So it doesn't mean we have to break through it. We could get rejected here. Yeah, we got a little bit of rejection here at 18,310. We're heading down. Of the MA50 we were talking about earlier, crossing over VWAP. Looks like we have that cross going on. Entry, I was looking down here to enter into it. Unfortunately, it just held up and we just kept bouncing off VWAP to the upside. I was going to enter off the MA50, but we didn't get that move. So I'm not in the trade. Hey, what's happened to my AMC call? It's going a little bit down. Shouldn't be doing that, right? I should just buy shares and then sell calls whenever it goes high. Nah. Yeah, I have 1,300 bucks. How many shares of AMC is that? Buy shares. I could buy 300 shares of AMC right now. Then when it goes up, I could sell covered calls against my shares. If I buy 300 shares, sell a covered call at like, I only make 150 bucks. If I sold a 6.5 call, nah. Heading back down to the MA50 on NQ. The 50 has crossed over VWAP for now. It's crossed over to 200. Getting a little bit of rejection at the 9. Nothing too crazy. We have the 50 right here. We have the 9 sort of coming over to each other. That just causes the stocks to just consolidate. Some large selling pressure right there. Get the Heikinashis. If you go to like a 3-minute chart, so one strategy that, well, not a strategy, but one way to tell momentum is after 10 minutes or 9. I like to use the 3-minute charts. You get 3 green candles. Most likely, we should continue upwards. We got 3 greens going up, but right here we had a little fake out. But that's also early morning. 3 green candles. Yeah, maybe we just do a 10-minute time frame. Just do a 5-minute and just look at 2. That's if you're going into like swing trading or something like that. I would use Heikinashii, longer time frame. All right, has anyone made trades just from watching the stream? I'm not trying to like influence any of your trading. I'm just trying to talk over what's going on in the markets and hopefully just give you a second opinion on what's going on. All right, we're heading back down to the MA50. I think we might, just by looking at these candles and volatility, we might break below. We're testing this 18,300 level. It's a nice solid number. If we break down below, I wouldn't be surprised to see us come down to the lows. As I'm saying that, we're bouncing off the 50 to the upside. Trading trend lost $1,000 today because of watching the stream. He's up 350. It's good. Getting some rejection at the 9. We're talking about if we get some large rejections, we're going to break down below the 50. Also below VWAP and the 200. Looks like we might switch biases to the downside now. So we're bullish for a while. No, it's just still sideways overall, right? Look at that, it's just sideways. So we were bullish around here as we broke above the 50, and now as we broke above VWAP, and now we're trying to break below VWAP. So short term, we're going to be bearish. Getting a little bounce at VWAP. Mr. James up 350, nice. Little bit of a bounce here at VWAP. Heading up to the 50. Oh, we're breaking above the 50 pretty well. Could be a nice little VWAP bounce. All right, anybody in here not in Topstep yet? If you're not in Topstep, I would recommend going to our website. If you're on TikTok right now, go ahead and go to the link in my bio. You can join the YouTube channel. If you click on subscribe on YouTube, you can see my full screen right now. But just go to Topstep, click this button. And right now they're running a sale that ends on the 20th. It's gonna be for this, I recommend doing a 50K account because the profit target is only $3,000 with the loss limit of $2,000. So I think, how can I explain this? I suck at math, but it's like a 1.5 to 1 ratio. And as far as if you do a 100K account and a 150K account, this is a 2 to 1 ratio. So you have to make $6,000 without losing $3,000. So as far as ratios are concerned, let's say you bought 2 of these 50K accounts, your profit target on both of them would be $6,000, but you have a larger maximum loss limit of $4,000 between 2 accounts. And then you're only spending $19 a month, which is going to be about $40 a month if you were to buy 2 accounts and match the 100K. So you're saving a little bit of money there. The only spot where you're paying a little bit extra is when you go to fund the account. Activation fees is going to be $150 per account. But as far as the rules, it's a little bit more lenient on the 50K account, which is why most people buy the 50K. Go here, after you go to our website, enter the code TOPSTEPX at checkout, and you can start trading. All right, so market's not really doing much. We're trying to pretty much target where it pivots, where the market pivots right here, little pivot points there. We were able to target this one, so we got this one. And then I believe we got another one like somewhere over here, second trade. But we had decent timing on those. I don't want to give the money back because we are just trading sideways. As far as what we're doing now, I'm not too sure. How's Topstep differ from Apex? They're both good companies. We have affiliate links with both of them. Apex has an intraday trailing drawdown. So let's say I made $2,000 really quickly. Say we went up to here and I was up $2,000, but I was like, man, I'm just gonna hold. Or was it, what's the maximum loss? 3,000 or whatever. But then let's say I'm still holding and it comes down to where my entry was. This would have been a minus 2,000 in Apex's eyes. This little area where we lost $2,000, even though we're at break even on the trade because we entered right here. They're gonna say, hey, you hit your loss of negative $2,000, even though you made 2,000, but you didn't take profit. And if you lose 2,000, which brings you back to break even, they're gonna consider that a loss of $2,000. It's called a trailing drawdown, intraday. Meanwhile, Topstep is, they don't do that. They only take your balance at the end of the day. So you can make money, lose money, lose money. But as long as at the end of the day, when the market closes, as long as you don't lose $2,000 the next day from that point. I'm sure I messed up explaining that, but Apex, I would say Topstep right now, unless Apex has a great deal, and people make money on both accounts. So it's just whatever one works for you. But I'm really liking Topstep X so far. Yeah, I'm using Topstep's program, so it is Topstep X, the chart that you're looking at. And if you look at the accounts, we're up 264 on this. And then on my copy traded accounts, we're up $574 each account. Cool. the payout's going to be a little bit different. They have their own rules. Topstep, when you go to their funded accounts, you just have to have 5 days where you make $200 plus. And then you can start withdrawing. Which I've gotten to that point a couple times. I just never took profit and I just keep blowing the accounts. It's all my fault. As long as I just keep disciplined and just trading like I am today, we're going to make some money. It's just, there's days where I just forget my rules. I break my rules and that's when things go south. It's just greed. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, we're breaking down below VWAP. If we break down below this little orange line, it's going to be the MA200. May get a little bit of a flush or retracement. We can look at these lows. All right, so let's look at these candles right here, where we wick down really quick on the NASDAQ. I'm going to draw a Fibonacci from the bottom of these bodies up to this little high right here. Looks like we're retracing down to this little green zone. It's going to be a 50% retracement here at 18,290. So the blue arrow is pointing at the 50% retracement from about an hour ago. Switch to the Tradovate charts. Nothing really happening. We have this little 5-minute VWAP area sitting at 290 on Tradovate. Sort of weird. That might be a pivot point, actually. Oh no. It's VWAP. All right, we're bouncing off VWAP, heading back up to the 9. And if nothing really happens, oh, something's happening right now. If nothing really happens for me as far as trading, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna edit some Magic 8 Ball videos and call it a day. Get some lunch. I need to take my mom out today, actually, and get some Korean barbecue. This might be a decent entry to go long right here as we're retesting this large bounce candle. Yeah. Right at the 9 EMA as well. We have a couple indicators that are just sort of confirming our bias. We had a nice little large push. What is that? 10-point move to the upside, and now we're getting a little bit of back testing. So we're back testing this candle. And if the buyers step in, we have the 9 EMA sitting right there, as well as the 50. Could bounce to the upside. Oh, someone unplugged our machine. Oops. All right, we have the 9 and the 50 holding up the stock. And calls are good. All right, let's try Magic 8 Ball. Should we go long on your account? Magic 8 Ball says... Why is it stuck in the middle? Signs point to yes. I'm gonna go one contract long. I'm gonna set my stop loss. What are we up? We're up 260 bucks on this account. I'm gonna set an $80 stop loss. So if we wick down below the 9 and the 50, it's gonna cut me out at negative 80 bucks. I'd say that's decent. We have some confirmation. Oh my goodness. Well, that's just sort of how it goes. We were at a point where I was sort of getting a little bit bullish. Magic 8 Ball confirmed it. But we set a tight stop loss in case we're wrong, and you're not going to be right all the time. Good risk management. Not the best entry, but a good exit. So, got to look at the positives of that trade. And it's good to analyze your trades and just think about it. Even if you have a bad trade, you can look at the positives of it. One positive on this one was a good stop loss. Negatives was I was getting a little too bullish for that move, and hopefully just hoping for a large push up. Heading back down to VWAP. So pretty much nothing happening. It's time for me to go to lunch. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you everyone for just tuning into the stream and just hanging out for a little bit. Hopefully y'all made some money. If you didn't make money, hopefully you learned something or maybe got like a little nugget of information that helped. I'll be on Wednesday, right at maybe about an hour or two after market opens. I don't like to trade to open because my stop losses are way too tight and they just hit it really quickly. But appreciate y'all. I'm gonna post up a YouTube video, just a recap of this today, and then just a short form video. If y'all ever see it showing up on your social media, make sure to just watch it for me or fast forward to the end if it's boring, and then just like it. All right, and I'll see you Wednesday. Thanks.